I'm going to tell you one thing, so you better listen up, Michael Hayes and Sunshine. While the link is tearing your hide from one end of the ring to the other, I'm sure Sunshine's going to be right in this cage, where she belongs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to be joined by Michael Hayes and Sunshine here. And I hope that we can keep use a little bit of discretion here, Michael.
You know, I'm really getting sick of looking at you. I'm getting sick of your lies, and I'm getting sick of your interference. This is exactly where you belong. You should feel at home in this. You know that?
Listen, while this match goes on, I'm going to do one thing while Link's taking care of you. I'm going to walk right up and slap the referee right in the face. And you know where that puts me? Right in the cage with you.
Hey, wait a minute, you two-tone Cadillac. Class does not belong.
Cadillac, you're nothing but the Freebird dog that tell you to stick to you.
Hey, hold on. Stop messing with my Sunshine. Don't you start messing with it. You understand me?
Oh, wait.
Put her in there. Put her in there. Now, that's where you belong. You look real good, girl. Run your mouth now. Now you see what a real woman's like. Come on, girl, get out. Get out.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Universal Wrestling Federation. You've just seen footage of last week's situation involving the penalty box. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Ross, along with Cowboy Bill Watts, the president of UWF. Bill, we've got an exciting 60-minute program.
We certainly do, but first of all, I got to digress from wrestling for 1 second. I've got 2 sons, both of whom are honeymooning. My first son, Biff, is coming back from Vail, Colorado with his wonderful wife. And, of course, Joel just got married, and he and Pam are right now in Honolulu enjoying the sunshine, and Bob Von Jerchy's directing the event here tonight. Also, another great thing we're so excited about, my son Eric, this high school senior, 6'6", 220-pound quarterback and all-state defensive end, was in the top 100 national blue-chip prospects in the nation, has signed with the University of Louisville and Coach Howard Snellenberger.
Quarterback coach.
The quarterback coach, and we're certainly excited, and we'll have a piece about that next week. But, Jim, tonight we got some great action.
We sure do, ladies and gentlemen. The Universal Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Terry Taylor and Chris Adams will defend against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Sting. You'll also see Iceman King Parsons, Bill, and Ted DiBiase against Devastation Incorporated, Wild Bill Irwin, and Eli.
Well, there could be some problems there because we've seen a change in the Iceman. And, of course, Ted DiBiase, a seasoned veteran, he'd better be watching every move this guy makes.
No doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll tell you about more of the great matches you'll see in this hour. But right now, let's get it kicked off and go to ring announcer Mike Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first from Vicksburg, Mississippi, at 225 pounds, Ken Massey.
Ken Massey here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And with the music cranking in the background, there you see Sam Houston two-stepping his way to the ring, Bill.
Long, tall cowboy. One of the fans came right on in, and Sam is just two-stepping right on down.
A native son of the great state of Texas, Sam Houston, two-stepping his way right around the ring. And now let's hear his introduction.
Also introducing from Waco, Texas, at 218 pounds, Sam Houston. This match, 1 fall or 10-minute time limit.
This young man has certainly captivated the hearts of many of the fans in the Universal Wrestling Federation in the short time that he has been here. With his tremendous effort and his tremendous appeal with these fans, they're solidly behind this young man.
He's quick. He's got the background and the ability. He keeps trying to maintain the pace and control the pace of the match. I've really been impressed with him in the short time he's been here. Got good height to create that leverage, which is a great advantage in any athletic event. Good high drop kick.
Nice move.
Side headlock, take over. Head scissor. Sam's right out and up back on the attack. Moves right back into that headlock. He's got that great reach. Terry Taylor and Chris Adams, the Universal Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, will be here defending their title tonight against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Sting.
Plus, we'll see the sensational rookie Steve Cox later in the hour. He has certainly caused some talk in the UWF and in professional wrestling in general.
Certainly has. We knew he had the qualifications when Doc decided to make him his protege, something I heavily endorse, because I think when you're in a business you love, the only asset you can put in is yourself and time, and the way to duplicate yourself is to have someone that you think has the same love for it and the same qualifications. And Steve Cox, an All-American guard from the University of Tulsa, great amateur background, state champion in Kansas in high school, won the prestigious Gary tournament, one of the toughest high school tournaments nationally in Oklahoma. So he's got the background. Beautiful move by Sam Houston as he just really snapped the neck of Ken Massey.
Houston with a right hand right to the face of Ken Massey.
He does the adjustments a little bit different than my friend Dr. Anderson, but they're just as effective.
And his version of the Bulldog once again proving victorious. Sam Houston victorious. And we've got the Iceman and Ted DiBiase taking on Wild Bill Irwin and Eli.
I guess Sam wants to do a little two-step if they get his music.
Well, they're going to do a little two-step in here. This is the Universal Wrestling Federation, and it's Sam Houston showing his stuff.
Lord, I'm just thinking about it.
Sam Houston two-stepping his way. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more Universal Wrestling right after this timeout.
Riding on the way. Looking back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Devastation Incorporated presents Wild Bill Irwin and Eli, accompanied by General Skandor Akbar.
General Skandor Akbar, the self-proclaimed godfather of professional wrestling. And as we hear Born in the USA, quite a contradiction in Akbar's introduction. But that will bring to the ring, Bill, Ted DiBiase and Iceman King Parsons. A most interesting situation.
Well, I see DiBiase heading out there. I keep looking for Parsons.
Stop the music! Stop the music! Stop it! Right here, hold it. Hold it right here. You better listen to what I say, DiBiase, and listen good. I'm only going to say this one time. I'm getting a little sick and tired of what you stand for. I'm a little sick and tired of your music. I'm just plain sick and tired of you, but I'll deal with you later. I know that you're directly responsible, you and that no-good Dr. Death, for that snot-nosed punk Steve Cox sticking that nose where it doesn't belong. Well, only one time, and one time alone, do you stick your nose in Devastation's business and walk around and talk about it. So you better think and think good, punk.
Let me tell you something, Akbar. You can stand out here and you can run your mouth till you're blue in the face. You're just gonna roll right off my back. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm guaranteeing that before it's all over, said and done, I'm gonna do two things. Number one, I'm gonna take the belt off that big fat man of yours. And number two, Akbar, I'm gonna beat you to a bloody pulp. Now, to matters a little more urgent, like this match right here and now. When I signed this match, I was confident that I had a partner I could trust, and I'm talking about you, Iceman. But right now, I'm a little bit worried. 2 weeks ago, we signed this contract, and I knew I could trust you. But I'm gonna tell you, right now, I'm not sure about you, and I wanna know one thing. Are you with me or not?
Say, man, what's your problem? I ain't did you nothing. I was talking about you. Now you acting like that jailbird in the back in that Oreo cookie.
Well, let's break it down right here. Iceman King Parsons is just standing back and watching it happen.
Yeah, Parsons, you know, Ted DiBiase is just a little bit too trusting. Should have got that out of Parsons in the dressing room before he ever got in there. Now he's at the mercy of Devastation Incorporated, and the Iceman just slowly walks out on him. But Ted DiBiase fighting back. He pops Irwin. DiBiase all by himself out there.
High elevation, and up in the lights goes Wild Bill Irwin as Iceman King Parsons has disappeared into the dressing room.
Well, I think Ted DiBiase can stay one-on-one with any man in the wrestling, but I don't know if he can stay against two, especially when they keep tagging in the fresh man. But right now, apparently, they've called this a tag match, and DiBiase's on his own.
Eli, you can bet Akbar is lacking this situation, Bill. He's got 2 Devastation members against Ted DiBiase.
Well, I'll tell you what, this developing situation with Iceman King Parsons certainly has proven that it's beyond just a personal conflict with Chris Adams. This has gone beyond those bounds.
The situation, Ted DiBiase mentioning he's going to take care of Akbar and beat him to a bloody pulp.
Well, he's talking about the one-man gang. That's 500 pounds and 6'9". And one-man gang has beat some tough ones, but Ted DiBiase is in a lot of trouble right now because I don't care who you are, you can't hang on. Steve Cox. Steve Cox has just come out.
The young protege is there.
Right, and this Tulsa crowd is really responsive to him.
Eli with a kick to the midsection of Ted DiBiase, and DiBiase, who hopefully has seen Steve Cox in the corner, needs to get there and make the tag.
Well, Cox still bound by the collegiate style where he believes in the rules and regulations, and right now he's waiting for a tag from DiBiase. I think if he's been around for a little while longer, he won't wait because he'll know that nobody else will. You got to take and fight fire with fire. But still, having him in that corner has got to give DiBiase great hope. He's no longer alone. Oh, Bill Irwin really came for the coup de grace then, Jim, and DiBiase got out of the way. If he can make a tag, he'll have a fresh partner in the ring.
DiBiase's going that way, and there's the tag.
Steve Cox.
And Cox is hammering away at Irwin. It's tooth and nail.
He lined the eliminator from behind. Cox is standing right in, and DiBiase is standing. They're walking tall, and they're giving it back. This is a Donnybrook.
It's a Pier 6 brawl here on the UWF. DiBiase with a drop kick. And Irwin and Cox are still fighting.
Too strong. Irwin couldn't drive him in. Cox is so powerful. Akbar is pretty upset about this development. He thought he had it all his way.
Devastation leaving the ring. Steve Cox and Ted DiBiase standing up to the challenge. Akbar is incensed, but this Cox kid is definitely for real. DiBiase and Cox on the floor ready to fight. And ladies and gentlemen, DiBiase and Cox with a win.
They just won by default. Akbar and them took it off when they didn't have the odds in their favor. The music strikes up, and Steve Cox and Ted DiBiase standing tall in the middle of the ring. King of the Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to have a word with Iceman King Parsons if we can get him out of the dressing room.
I'm going back to the dressing room, Jim, and I'll send him up here.
There you
I want this guy put in the hot seat.
Well, we will ask him some pointed questions when we come back.
Be too much till you spend half your life just to cover him up now. Born in the USA.
Coming up later on in the hour of the Universal Wrestling Federation, ladies and gentlemen, Sting and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, along with the beautiful Missy Hyatt. You will be battling gentlemen Chris Adams and Terry Taylor for the UWF Tag Team titles.
That's right, Bruce Pritchard. 2 people that if we were going to have a UWF Tag Team title match that we shouldn't even have to be going against. These 2 don't even deserve the belts. Let me ask you, Bruce Pritchard, let me ask these people at home right now, who are the former UWF Tag Team champions, who had the belts stolen from them, who had the belts held up, who is the most likely team in the UWF that the UWF doesn't want to have the titles? I'll tell you, it's Hot Stuff and Hyatt International, it's Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Sting, it's Sting and Rick Steiner, it doesn't matter. But in just a little bit, Terry Taylor, you weren't even supposed to be in the match. We had already beat you. You were already out of the tournament. Well, that's fine. You get us worked up. We want you, boys. We want you bad. And we're bringing the belts home to Hot Stuff and Hyatt.
Well, Hyatt and Hot Stuff, but you know the problem is, the last few months, all the officials in the UWF, even the wrestlers in the UWF, have tried to get rid of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Sting, and Missy Hyatt. Well, I'll tell you something, people. When we get ready to leave, that's when we will leave. But hey, we don't have to leave because we want the belts, and that's what we're going to get as the UWF tag belts, right, Sting?
You know, we've been used, we've been abused badly.
Bad.
All along, even up to now. Terry Taylor was put in a spot where he doesn't even belong. It's not fair. I'm disgusted. Disgusted.
Mad?
You know what? I like it. I like it when Sting gets this mad. When he gets this mad, Terry Taylor, he's gonna take you, boy. He's gonna break you in half. Gentlemen, Chris Adams, he's gonna send you back to the slammer.
Right now.
Welcome back to the Universal Wrestling Federation. Cowboy Bill Watts has left the podium, and he promised that Iceman King Parsons would be out here in just a few moments. And we have several questions that I'm sure the fans here in Tulsa and on national television would like to have addressed to the Iceman. I'll have the Iceman out here in a few moments, but right now let's see this special feature about the Dallas Times-Herald and the Universal Wrestling Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a beautiful poster that has appeared recently in the Dallas Times-Herald. This poster of Missy Hyatt and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, one of a series of posters that the great Dallas Times-Herald has been running in the Sunday editions. I'm Jim Ross here with Don Walton of the Dallas Times-Herald. And Don, I'll tell you, this poster, along with all the others, has created a lot of controversy, but I've got to say that this is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, well, I thought you'd say that, Jim, because this one here is of a beautiful lady. Even though she is a controversial lady, she's very pretty. We're the only newspaper, I guess, in the whole world, probably, that does this service where we provide posters for the people, full color every Sunday. Of course, this is only running for a short time. In fact, in a couple of weeks, we're going to have our last one with the Freebirds. But we've had a lot of fun with it, and we've sold a lot of newspapers, too.
One thing I want to do remind the fans that live in the Metroplex or that have access to the Dallas Times-Herald, in the Wednesday and Friday editions of the paper, Don writes a very interesting wrestling column. Don, tell us a little bit about that for the fans that may be hearing it for the first time here on UWF.
Well, Jim, we write about wrestling, the wrestlers. A lot of times we go into the personalities and try to find things that people don't know, what their hobbies are, some of those things. We also cover a lot of what they can see on television. We have in the Metroplex approximately 20 hours or better of television each week. Plus, we have 10 live shows at least every month in the Metroplex. So the fans have a lot to see and a lot to watch as far as wrestling goes. This is one of the hotbeds of wrestling right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
No doubt about it. And UWF is going to do all we can to make it even hotter in 1987. And we want to welcome a new affiliate, KTXA Channel 21. In Dallas, Texas, every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, UWF Wrestling. Thank you for being with us. If you're watching for the first time on Channel 21, Don, thank you as usual. It's always a pleasure to be with us.
Well, thanks, Jim. I appreciate it, and we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
Well, I want to start this off by saying that you and I have been friends for an awful long time. We've known each other for several years now. But the Iceman that I knew at one time is not the Iceman that's standing here right now as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure as far as these people are concerned. I'm not here to start an argument with you. But I want to know, and these people deserve to know, what's in your head? What's going on? Why did you walk out on Ted DiBiase?
Look, man, everybody has problems, you understand? And a friend of mine's let me down. Now, if Ted DiBiase would have kept his mouth shut, we would have went on and got down and did everything that we were supposed to do. But since he acted like that jailbird, Chris Adams, he got just what the doctor ordered. Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying. I don't agree with what you're saying. You talk about Chris Adams. You had the opportunity. You earned your way into the finals of the tournament. And then you walked out.
Yeah, you got it all wrong, brother. You got it all wrong. Chris Adams walked out. See, me and that man goes back a long way. But I told him, I said, when you come here, it's the line that you can't cross. But he crossed the line, and then he did some time. All right, everybody makes a mistake. So I stood in there with it. I called him every day when he was in the slammer. I sent him money. I even went to see him when my time was off. I even signed him up for the tag team tournament here. I could have picked somebody else, but I believed in the man. He was my best friend. But what'd he do? Smiled in my face and stabbed me right in the back where it hurts.
Well, we're in total disagreement with that. And then Savannah Jack comes to the ring to try to get everything put back together.
Yes, yes, yes. My brother, Savannah Jack. But I tried to make up. I wanted to smooth all this out. So I asked him to come out here, and they wouldn't come. But I got something I want to present to him anyhow.
Well, I know what you're going to present because I've already seen this, and I don't think that I care to look at it again as far as that's concerned. I don't think the fans are going to care to see what you've got in this sack.
Well, I'm going to show it anyhow because I think these fans deserve it.
Well, let's get on with it then. If we've got a Iceman King Parsons.
Chris Adams? What kind of bird can't fly?
I don't think this is called for whatsoever. I think we've seen enough of your shirt.
Oh, no, I ain't through yet. You see this on the back? 0, 0, 0. That's right. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Now, my brother, Savannah Jack, you low-life Uncle Tom, bald-headed, black, greasy fool. You know what you is, boy. Do you know what you is? If your mama was out here, I'd slap her and take your daddy and beat him like he stole something.
All right. Well, I think we've seen enough of this situation.
Oh, I'm not through yet. Yes, sir. Oreo for Oreo.
Well, I know we've seen enough now, ladies and gentlemen. Those comments from Iceman King Parsons. We'll hear more about this and have more UWF action after this timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first from San Antonio, Texas, at 230 pounds, Bobby Perez.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a look at this week's Universal Wrestling Federation Top 10. At number 10, Sam Houston. The number 9 contender is Sting. The missing link at number 8, Freebird Michael P.S. Hayes, number 7. Iceman King Parsons vaulting to number 6. Chavo Guerrero, Fountain Valley, California, number 5. Terry Bam Bam Gordy of the Freebird family, number 4. The Awesome Steve, Dr. Death Williams, number 3. Ted DiBiase, number 2. The number 1 contender is Savannah Jack, the television champion, and the Universal champion, 500 pounds, the one-man gang.
Now entering the ring from Bad Street, USA, at 230 pounds, Freebird Buddy Jack Roberts. Also accompanying Buddy, the lovely Sunshine. This match, 1 fall or 10-minute time limit.
Buddy Jack Roberts and Sunshine. It'll be Buddy Jack Roberts against Bobby Perez here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And on behalf of the UWF, some of the comments that Iceman King Parsons have made were most certainly his own. And we do not agree with his line of thinking whatsoever. So, but he will pay for those situations. Those remarks that he made, he will have to live with, and not us in this situation. Bobby Perez backed into the corner by the veteran member of the Freebird trio, Buddy Roberts. One of the toughest men in professional wrestling today, and he has been one of the toughest men for quite some time. He knows all the tricks. If there was a book of tricks, I'm sure that Buddy Jack would have a chapter or 2 pinned under his name, and that young lady as well, Sunshine, could add a line or 2 to that book as well. And they need to be thinking about the penalty box situation, because I know from speaking with Dark Journey earlier in the evening before we went on the air, she is totally outraged at what has transpired. We saw at the top of the program where she was shoved into the cage by Sunshine, physically and verbally abused on national television. And she's not going to stand for that. And speaking of not standing, Bobby Perez hasn't been standing for quite some time at the hands of Buddy Jack Roberts. And Buddy Jack with that knee right to the head. And Roberts clearly has dominated this contest from the outset. Quick note about the top 10. The absence of Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams from the top 10 is certainly not because of their lack of ability, but because as of late they have been defending the tag team championship, which they will do in this hour as well, and have not been wrestling in as much single competition. Buddy Roberts manhandling Bobby Perez, pushing Bobby Perez back into the ring. Roberts with the elbow. And this one at this point in time, with Roberts out there at his sadistic best, seems to be just a matter of time because Buddy has really controlled this one. Roberts setting himself. And there goes the Freebird version of the Bulldog headlock. We saw Sam Houston's version earlier in the hour. And Buddy Jack Roberts with a very clear and decisive victory here on the Universal Wrestling Federation. And don't go away, the Universal Tag Team Championship is coming up in the hour.
Guess who just got back today?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Universal Wrestling Federation. The UWF Tag Team Championship still to come in the hour. But Dark Journey has ventured to the ring. She's there now with Bruce Pritchard. Let's go to them at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Journey has asked for some time. Last couple of weeks here on the Universal Wrestling Federation, Michael P.S. Hayes, the Freebirds, and in particular Sunshine, have issued a challenge to you. And you have asked for this time to, I guess, either accept or deny or...
That's right. They took the time out to offer or ask me to get into a penalty box match with them. Well, I'm here to say I'll get into that penalty box with her. Now, everyone knows what took place in there. I was thrown into the cage. Not only was I humiliated, I was embarrassed. I was. But Sunshine, I will meet you in that cage, I promise.
Well,
what did you bring
Dark Journey, a very emotional Dark Journey.
All you are is their dog.
Michael Hayes hits the ring, and then Michael Hayes and Buddy Roberts, and they are manhandling Dark Journey here. Michael Hayes and Buddy Roberts. They've got a bag there, and they're pulling some jar out of the thing. Sunshine has got a jar. Chavo Guerrero, the missing link, going by. Dark Journey just nails Sunshine, and now Dark Journey, I mean, she has leveled Sunshine. Dark Journey very emotional to start with. And rightfully so, but now I think she has the jar of whatever it is. And now it's Dark Journey and Sunshine one-on-one in the ring. Michael Hayes is being battered by the missing link. Chavo Guerrero's out with Buddy Jack Roberts. Here comes Hot Stuff and Sting getting ready for the title match, along with Missy Hyatt. And Missy Hyatt just nailed Dark Journey. Missy Hyatt nailed Dark Journey, and now she's got the jar. Missy Hyatt's got the jar. This crowd is in a hush silence here. It has broken down into the Freebirds are leaving. Dark Journey. Dark Journey still at the ring. The cream is with Missy Hyatt. Let's get it together, and we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Dallas, Texas, at 230 pounds, Kenny Johnson. And introducing at 245 pounds from right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Steve Cox. This match, one fall or television time remaining.
Dr. Destiny Williams' protege, Steve Cox, will take on Ken Johnson here. And Cox with 500-pound bench press strength, former captain of the University of Tulsa Golden Hurricane, and the bell sounds, but Ken Johnson, as Cox turned away, took a drastic shortcut there and buried a kick right to the kidney area of Steve Cox. As I mentioned, Cox played for Coach John Cooper, now the head coach at Arizona State. They won the Rose Bowl, and Cox, one of Cooper's outstanding athletes. And Ken Johnson, who knows of Cox's credentials, he has seen him make quite an impression, especially on Devastation Incorporated. And earlier in the hour, we saw Cox stand tall once again as the king of the mountain. Cox with a power slam. And Steve Cox has just planted Ken Johnson. Cox showing maybe his professional inexperience by not grapevining the leg, but he definitely planted Ken Johnson there. High elevation. Cox is such an agile young man, former All-American offensive guard. Side suplex. Rolls right on top. Lateral press, 1, 2, 3. And the sensational rookie, Steve Cox, has still got a spotless one-loss record. Steve Cox victorious, and we'll be back. The UWF Tag Team Championship will be on the line momentarily.
The Universal Wrestling Federation, we have Dark Journey and Chavo Guerrero along with the Missing Link. And DJ, Chavo, lately the Fabulous Freebirds have issued a challenge, a penalty box match to you, Dark Journey.
That's right. They seem to think that I'm the one that cheats and breaks the rules, but it's not. Everybody knows it. Not only the fans and wrestlers know it themselves. They don't work on talent and skill. They work on desperation. And I have two men, and I mean men, Link, that will show them what talent and skill, and not by cheating. Not by cheating, you're not going to win. No, these two. So while you're losing, Sunshine, I know what she's going to be doing. She's going to be breaking the rules, and she's going to end up in that penalty box. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break a rule myself. If I have to slap the referee to do it, I'm going to end up in that box. And that box is very small, and I'm going to be rattling your cage because I'm going to show you two can play this game.
And Chavo, you're going to be teaming with the Link, but also there's some cream involved here. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about
what's going on about the cream. You know, I don't even know if it's cream. I know there's speculation. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But, you know, talking about the penalty box, I've seen this, and it's really a bird cage, and there's no room for one, less for two. And I think this is the greatest thing that happened because this gives DJ a chance to get in there with Sunshine, and plus it keeps them from breaking the rules, which is most important of all. Y quiero decirles a mis amigos, invitarlos a venir, ya que vamos a tener una lucha muy importante. Los invito, viva la raza, y aquí los espero. And getting back to English now, I'm proud, and I have a good partner in the Link, and of course DJ, you take care of Sunshine, and believe me, I will make sure that I watch when you're in that penalty box. That's the greatest thing that ever happened, and I'm glad that I'm with you guys.
Just one more thing about the cream. I'm gonna look further into this cream thing. I don't know what it is, if it's for the eyes or what, but I'm gonna look into it, and when I do, I'm gonna make a full report on it.
Yeah, let me know about it too.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for her.
And as the Universal Wrestling Federation goes nationwide, you can better believe Chavo Guerrero, Dark Journey, and the Missing Link will be a part of it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Universal Wrestling Federation. Don't forget, next week, Michael P.S. Hayes will join me for color commentary. We'll have a special feature on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Missy Hyatt. We're trying to sign a UWF Tag Team title matchup next week. Savannah Jack will be here. Iceman King Parsons on the program next week. Also, big news about Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Detroit, St. Louis, Kansas City, and Memphis, Tennessee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match for the Universal Tag Team Championship. The challengers presented by Missy Hyatt. First of all, at 229 pounds, from every girl's dream, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And at 260 pounds, from every man's nightmare, Sting.
Well, it doesn't look as if Sting is in any he's not in his wrestling attire. This is another interesting situation here, as hopefully we'll clarify it in just a few moments. We hear some music, and that music, of course, the Eye of the Tiger, that will bring the UWF Tag Team Champions to the ring, Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams. Big events coming for the Universal Wrestling Federation. Date set in Los Angeles at the historic Olympic Auditorium, the Met Center in Minneapolis, the Mecca in Milwaukee, Cobo Arena in Detroit. Coming soon to St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City Municipal Auditorium, and the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, as the UWF Tag Team Champions. The ultra-popular Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams. And I really felt bad to be here. Adams, the butt of the joke, the butt of the comments from the Iceman earlier in the hour.
And introducing the current UWF Tag Team Champions. First, from Vero Beach, Florida, at 234 pounds, Terry Taylor. Also at 233 pounds, from England, gentlemen, Chris Adams. Once again, this match for the UWF Tag Team Championship. 1 fall or television time remaining.
This should be interesting.
Just hold on just a second. Oh, you're real good. You're real good when you run your mouths. You're real good when you tell all the people that when you're champions, you're going to be their champions. Well, let me tell all these people what kind of champions they've really got here. My partner, my main man, Sting, has torn his bicep. This was supposed to be our big chance tonight to finally prove to everybody we're the real champions. And the doctor told him just 24 hours is all he had to wait so we could have the title match. But no. When Grizzly Smith goes over to you so-called champions and tells you that, you say either now or never. Oh yeah, that's really being big-time champions. That's really working up the ladder when you don't even really deserve the belt in the first place whenever you lost in the tournament. But just hold it just a second. Well, Sting's hurt. Steiner's not here. He's not available. Well, I don't like what's going on either, so just shut up. Hey, I don't feel too good right now. We had our chance to be champions, and because of this, and because you've been chickens, and not waiting to give us another shot in 24 hours, you had to say now. Well, that's all right. What, you just want to lie to the people some more? Okay. Well, what has happened here is that for a couple of weeks now, Mike Boyette, a very well-known veteran in his own right, has been calling us. He's been following us around. He's been asking us, give me a chance to be a part of Hot Stuff and Hyatt International. And since Sting is not available, Steiner is not available, Missy, Mike Boyette has agreed he's going to step in and out as a tryout, for Hot Stuff and Hyatt.
I know there's not that many men that compare to Sting or Steiner, but, you know, I don't understand this.
Well, look, only thing I'm saying is, let's just give him a tryout. Hey, who knows? These guys are not even worthy champions. We'll take the belt.
If he loses, if he lets us down, then he can't be in our group, hey.
Oh, okay, sweetie.
Well, I hope that we've got this situation clarified here. I can understand with Missy dressed as she is why Mike Boyette would want to follow them around for 2 or 3 days or whatever he was doing. Mike Boyette dances to the beat of a very different drummer, one might describe him as. And Missy doesn't look too excited about Eddie's vote of confidence in Mike Boyette's tryout. But in any event, this is for the Universal Tag Team Championship. It was not what we expected, but Sting is still at ringside. Maybe Missy or Eddie is probably having Sting to stay there to keep an eye on Mike Boyette. Who knows? Anyway, Terry Taylor with the right hand and Hot Stuff. And there goes the Iceman. Iceman King Parsons cannot keep his nose out of. Now he's going to come. Now he's coming back to the ring. After what he said to Chris Adams, he may want to be a little careful where he treads. I'll say that.
Wait a minute. Eddie Gilbert, I heard you was looking for a partner. Let me be your partner. I'll tell you why. Because I should be the champion, sucker. I should be the champion. You thief. You slanted, four-eyed thief. You stole that belt, sucker. You stole that belt. Yes, and with friends like you, who need enemies, huh? You jailbird, who need enemies with friends like you, huh? Who who need enemies, sucker. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right, sucker. I'll get even. I'll get even, sucker.
Iceman King Parsons has made his spiel. There's several officials out there to try to get this thing back under control. And I'll tell you, Edward Falk there talking to the Iceman. They're trying to get the Iceman cleared. Senior referee Tommy Gilbert has gone by our vantage point. And there he is at ringside. So I don't know if Hot Stuff has accepted Iceman's offer. Obviously, he has not as of yet. Boy, you talk about some confusing situation here. This is the Universal Wrestling Federation, so you just don't want to go away from any matches. They're physically removing Iceman King Parsons from the ringside area. And there you see him right there having a face-to-face confrontation with both officials as they're banishing him back to the locker room. So it's going to stand, apparently, Taylor and Adams. And I know Adams has got to be thinking of a lot of things, and perhaps other than Mike Boyette and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Jailbird. Man, can you imagine, after Adams was the man to stand up and admit his mistake? Chris Adams is a man among men. Not very many people would admit that they made an error and did everything they could to correct it. He has been a very positive influence on the youth since that time. Jailbird. Well, he's a former world's heavyweight champion by one association. He is a tremendous athlete. Clothesline hype by Chris Adams, and Gilbert goes down. Sting and Missy Hyatt looking on at ringside. Nice move by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, who is a tremendous scientific wrestler if he cares to be. He also has one of the top 2 or 3 minds in this sport today, in my opinion. He's a tremendous tactician. And now he has tagged Mike Boyette, the veteran. Mike Boyette, who is in the dream match as far as his career is concerned. His career was not on any upward thrust as of late, but this is a break for Mike Boyette. Tag team championship, it takes 3 seconds, and Boyette is a veteran, and he will not make too many errors. Boyette now kicking away at Terry Taylor. Don't forget, Michael P.S. Hayes will join me for color commentary right here next week. We'll also be talking about those big events coming to Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Detroit, Kansas City, Memphis, and many other great cities across this land of ours, where many of them will be seeing the UWF for the first time. Taylor now fighting back, and into the wrong corner is Terry Taylor. The tag has been made. Gilbert now taking back over on Taylor as Chris Adams waits patiently on the outside. Reversal by Taylor. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with a neck breaker. The impromptu battle for the tag team championship, because it was scheduled to be Gilbert and Sting. There's Chris Adams standing tall on the second rope. Nice suplex by Eddie Gilbert. And Gilbert grapevine the leg. A 2 count, a near fall. What action. Ted DiBiase wants General Skandar Akbar, and he wants him badly. Dark Journey. We're going to find out more about that jar or whatever it is, hopefully next week. Gilbert comes off the second rope. That would have been the coup de grace. But Terry Taylor moves out of the way. And we're inside 1 minute of airtime on this program. Their tags have been made on both sides of the ring. Gentlemen, Chris Adams coming in with a fury on Mike Boyette. Adams catapulting Boyette head first into the top turnbuckle. Adams belly to back suplex on Boyette. It's Gilbert and Taylor in the ring. But remember, Adams and Boyette are the legal men in the ring. And we've got to be around 30 seconds of airtime left. Elevation by Taylor on Boyette. Down goes Hot Stuff. That super kick. Chris Adams has knocked Mike Boyette literally out of his boots. There's the 1, 2, 3. The tag team champions are victorious. Sting and Gilbert are attacking them. We'll be back next week right here for more UWF action.